Today's lesson is 6.1 radical equations, and this is actually going to be both our notes and our assignment or our worksheet. So I'm going to do several of the problems on this page, starting with number 1. So solving radical equations, very similar to just solving a typical equation. We'll just need to get rid of our radical sign. So we'll start by subtracting 1 from both sides for this problem. So you kind of think about your radical sign as parentheses. So things in the parentheses, we need to deal with them after we get rid of the parentheses, or in this case, after we get rid of the radical sign. So that leaves us with 3 equals radical p minus 6. Now remember, to get rid of a radical sign, or to cancel that out, the inverse operation is to square. So then what we do to one side, we do to both sides. So now we have 9 equals, the squared cancels out with the radical, p minus 6. Last step, add 6 to both sides, and 15 equals p, or p equals 15. And that's it. Take a look at number 4. In this case, we have something multiplied by our radical sign, so we'll need to divide both sides by that 8. Again, we need to get the radical by itself. 8's cancel. 80 divided by 8 is 10, leaving us with a square root of 11m plus 12. Again, we need to square both sides. So we have 100, 10 squared is 100, equals, squared cancels out the radical, 11m plus 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. So we get 88 equals 11m. Divide both sides by 11. And m equals 88 divided by 11 is 8. We'll do a couple more. Number 6, so similar to number 4, we're going to divide both sides by -2 to get the radical by itself. So 10 equals radical 99v plus 1. Next, we square both sides. So then we have 100 equals, squared cancels out with the radical. We have 99v plus 1. Subtract 1. 99 equals 99v. Divide both sides by 99. 99 divided by 99 is 1, so v equals 1. We flip over to the back. See, there's a problem here with radical on both sides. So since the radicals are already isolated on each side, there's nothing added to, multiplied by any of the radicals, so we can start by just squaring both sides, and then that will eliminate both of my radical signs, and I have 4 minus k equals 3k minus 8. And then continue to solve that one. I'm going to leave that to you. 11, you can see this value here, when we don't have a number there, it's actually a 2. When we say square root, the index is 2. So this is called an index. So here we have an index of 3. So that's when we, ultimately when we square both sides, it's because this was a 2. The square root and the square cancel out. So you can imagine with the cube root, we call that a cube root, we're going to cube both sides. But first we need to get that radical expression by itself by adding 8 to both sides. Now I'm going to cube both sides. In your calculator, I'm going to do 2 cubed. I type in 2, and then the caret button gives me the exponent, and I type in my 3, so now I have 8. 2 cubed, a lot of us already know, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So then the cube and the cube root cancel out. I have 11 minus x equals 8. Subtract 11 from both sides. Negative x equals negative 3. Now since this is a negative, we're going to divide both sides by negative 1. So x equals positive 3. 2 more. Number 15. Step 1, isolate my radical expression, add 9 to both sides. So I have cube root of a over 3 equals 9. And then, again, cube both sides. So I'm going to go to my calculator, type in 9 to the third, third, 9 to the third. 9 times 9 times 9 is 729. So that cancels those out. I have a over 3 equals 729. Last step, a over 3 means a divided by 3, so I'm multiplying both sides by 3. These cancel out. A equals, so 729 times 3 is 2,187. That is my answer. Last one. Now in this case we have a root that is a 4. So as you might have guessed, we are raising both sides to the 4th power so that we can cancel out the 4th root, leaving us with x over 8 equals 3 to the 4th. So 3 to the 4th power is 81. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by 8. So 81 times 8 is 648. So x equals 648. So let's see, we did 1, 2, 3, half of this problem. 4, 5, 6 problems are done for you out of 18. That leaves you 12 problems left to do on your own. And that is 6.1, solving radical equations.